Constitution, thank you. This man's Constitution tell you that every man is created equal. But when you look at society, who's at the bottom? Who's renting houses? Who's living in piss-infested apartments?
Come on up.
Us. Who goes to work for little pay? Last hire, first fire.
Bring it out.
So how is that equality? God is saying right here in this Bible that our rightful position on earth is to be the highest nation on earth. So you got to ask yourself, how did we go from that to the bottom? Do you know how we got here, Jerome? By ship. I'm talking about how did we get to the bottom of society? Because y'all heard before that we was kings in Africa? You heard that before? Well, a king has to have an army, don't he?
Right.
So where's that history of how we got taken down? Well, I would ask you, where's that? Because we just say stuff that just sounds good, right?
Right.
Where is your history? Where is your history before Africa? Before we got on them slave ships?
Right.
This is what I'm going to do. Give me Deuteronomy 27:1. This is where we're out here to show you your nationality, who you really are according to this Bible. Are you familiar with the Bible, Jerome? Okay. Have you ever seen black man or African American man anywhere in the Bible? No. Man, how about you? You ever heard anything about black men, African American men? So you have to be in here. Maybe just not call what our oppressors call us. Give me 27:1. Read.
Deuteronomy 27 and verse 1.
Yeah.
And Moses with the elders of Israel.
What I wanted y'all to get out of that was that the audience that Moses was speaking to was the elders of Israel, meaning that our forefathers, right? If he's speaking to our forefathers, and if we're the descendants of our forefathers, meaning he's speaking to us. You know, you get what I'm saying? That he's speaking to our same lineage. I'm going to show you how we know that we are the Israelites. This is how you regain back your nationality. This is how you gain back the understanding of who you are. And it gives you now a purpose, because you didn't even have an answer for me. You just said make it. Make it where? Because you know you got kids, Jerome. You got one son. And you know that your son is going to go through the same things that you went through as far as being racially profiled, possibly shot. What kind of life is that? Do you own a home to pass down to your son? How about you, man? Your father owned his house to pass down to you? So what kind of life are we living? Is this what living is? You got to worry about getting shot down?
Right.
Give me, matter of fact, go to 28. Man, you give me an example about how we living at the bottom of society.
Wake them up.
And I'm going to show you that it's in this Bible that's talking about your nation. How is the black man oppressed today in America, man? You got choked out by the police?
Yeah, because I was trespassing.
Because you was trespassing. Okay. Jerome, give me an example about how we oppressed. I'm going to show you that, man, in the Bible. You haven't had a bad run-in. I said, give me an example about how black people are oppressed. They don't got to necessarily be police.
You got to be bad for something. They get bad.
Give me 28 verse 64. No, it's 65. I'm going to show you our racially being profiled by the police, getting choked out or possibly killed. Give me this right here. Now remember, who was Moses speaking to? Did y'all remember that? It didn't say black man. Give me that 27:1. We're gonna let the Bible speak. Who was Moses speaking to?
And Moses with the elders of Israel.
So Moses is speaking to who? It didn't say us.
No, you said the descendants, right?
We are the descendants, but who were the people that Moses was speaking to? Read it again.
And Moses with the elders of Israel.
Who was Moses speaking to? Israel. Moses speaking to Israel. So now Moses is going to tell Israel what their conditions would be like. Read this right there.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 65. And among these nations shall thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
Meaning that we scared. When we see the white man pull around in his cop car, we get a little nervous. Some of us even scatter. A lot of times it's because we up to no good. But nonetheless, we see them in a seat of authority as a police or as a judge or so on and so forth, and we get a trembling heart, meaning that we scared. Read.
And failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind, and thy life shall hang in doubt before
So
thee.
the elders of Israel, remember that's the audience that Moses was speaking to, right? The elders of Israel, thy life shall hang in doubt. In order for your life to hang in doubt, that means that somebody else has power over your life. Who has power over the black man's life right now? The Lord? Who else? The white man. How does the white man have power over the black man's life right now? Give me Habakkuk 1 and 4. Man, how does the white man have power over the black man right now?
Just because of the environment we live in.
The environment we live in, and make it plain, meaning that if they want to run up and say that they were scared, they see about 9, 10 black dudes out here, and they were scared for their life, they can shoot us all right now, right? Now, how many times have we seen that throughout history with Emmett Till, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland? The list goes on and on. How many times have we seen our black men getting gunned down, killed by police? And then those police are never persecuted.
Right.
That's an example of how somebody has power over your life. Did the white man, was he able to lynch us? Where that sign at? Was the white man able to lynch us? Was the white man able to hang us up on trees? Yes or no? Yes, he was. Did the white man ever go to jail for hanging us up on trees? This is our history. Did the white man ever go to jail for hanging us up on trees? Now, that was back during chattel slavery when we was on them plantations. Today, they don't need nooses. They don't need ropes. They got bullets.
Right.
Are they still going to jail for when they do that to us? No. That means that another nation has power over your life. Whether we want to accept it or not, whether we want to agree with it or not, that is the case, because we just saw George Floyd last summer.
Come on now.
Read that from the top again, verse 66. How many white Tamir Rices are there, man? How many times white people will get shot down and saying, hands up, don't shoot? Haven't seen not a damn one.
Right.
That means that somebody don't have power over their life. Jerome, how many Asian Sandra Blands are there? How many times are Asians shot down by police talking about hands up, don't shoot? You don't see it. How about Arabs? How about Russians? But remember, Moses is speaking to the elders of Israel, and he's letting them know what would happen to their descendants. You, the black man, will be talking about hands up, don't shoot, because another man has power over your life. He has power to run into your house. What was that girl? What was her sister name? What's her sister name? Breonna Taylor. Run up in your house. Both them John down in Florida. The white lady thought she was at her own apartment. Another nation has power over your life. Read that from the top.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 66. Yeah. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Meaning when you interact with these police officers, these so-called men of authority, your life now hangs in doubt. We saw that with Philando Castile. He got pulled over in St. Paul. He told them he had a weapon, and nonetheless, he walked away without his life. Excuse me, I misspoke. He didn't walk away. His life was ended right then and there.
Right.
Another nation has power over your life. Read.
And thou shalt fear day and night.
Right, because no matter what time of the day it is, during the daytime, that was with Philando Castile, George Floyd, or at night, any time of day, they can come up and kill us. Read.
And shall have none assurance of thy life.
Meaning that we talking about hands up, don't shoot. How many other people do that? None. This is how you know you are a descendant of the Israelites that Moses is speaking to, because the curses that Moses is prophesying about is our history. Give me Habakkuk 1 and 4.
Bring it out.
This is why you must know who the Bible is speaking to. Your nationality is not black or African American. It's an Israelite. It's for anybody who think what? His life is a bullet. What does that mean? Your life is worth a bullet.
Yeah, that's basically like, when it comes to police brutality.
Right. Yeah. And who suffers the most police brutality? Black folks. So, man, are you picking up what we putting down? Why is that?
I've been living here, you know.
No, why are we the ones suffering most at police brutality?
Because I guess the past,
You ain't picking it up, man. That's what I want you to be able to walk away with.
That's right.
Give me Habakkuk 1 and 4.
Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 4.
These curses will be upon the Israelites throughout our entire generation, which is why no matter where you pick up in the Bible and read about the Israelites, it's going to compare to today in 2021. What was happening during Habakkuk's time when it came to us getting shot down or us being persecuted and murdered by our oppressors? What did Habakkuk say? Read.
Therefore, the law is slack.
The law is slack. The American justice system is slack. Why? Read.
And judgment doeth never go forth.
Nobody's ever persecuted for the crimes and atrocities that they have done against us. No other nation has to say that. No other nation has to walk down the street talking about hands up, don't shoot, I am a man.
Talk about it.
Israel is the only one that has to suffer these consequences, understanding that the law is slack when it comes to us. If a white man and man both get arrested for selling drugs or stealing a TV out the store, who gonna get the most jail time? Man.
Right.
The law is slack when it comes to your people.
That's right.
Go back to Deuteronomy 28. Give me verse 43. Read this right here. This is what Moses prophesied about the Israelites and what would be our condition in 2021. This is what you'll have to be able to walk away with to understand who you are, because if you don't know where you're from, you can't know where you're going. All you said right now was talking about we just trying to make it. Make it where? Make it where? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 43.
This is another condition of the Israelites today. Tell me who does this fit? Read.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
That means that they're going to be your politicians. They're going to be your presidents. They're going to be your mayors. They're going to be your governors. They're going to get up in government very high. Read.
And thou shalt come down very low.
Let me ask you, Jerome, who's lower than a black man today? What other race is lower than us?
Make it plain now.
You say Indians? And look on that sign. I'm glad you said that. Look on that sign. You see Indians on that sign? Look next to the tribe of Gad. You see Indians on that sign? It's on there.
That's right.
You just prophesied. We in the same boat.
Come on up.
We in the same boat.
Yeah.
Gad, absolutely. So when you say Indians is lower than a black man, guess what? We in the same boat. They also your brother.
Right.
So I ask you again, what other race is lower than a black man and Indian man?
Uh-oh. Come on up.
Haitian? Oh, you prophesied. Come on over here. Look at that sign. Go on over there. You said Haitian's lower than a black man. Is Haitians on that sign too?
The president just got assassinated.
All praises. So Haitians are Israelites too. Guess what? They suffering the same atrocities. And guess what? By the same man, ain't it? By the same exact man. So who's lower than a black man, Haitian man, and Indian man? Nobody. Read that from the top. Read.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
This is how you know that you're an Israelite, because the curses that Moses is speaking of, that he's prophesying about, fits your people today. You just said, man, that you part Haitian. Is that your father or your mother? Your mom is Haitian? Okay, so absolutely. So your mom understands what's going on. She understands that. Read, continue.
He shall lend to thee.
It says, the other nations shall lend to thee. Man, how many black-owned banks we got? It said, he shall lend to thee. The other nations shall lend to thee. Jerome, how many black-owned banks we got? Let me ask you, Jerome, when you want to go for a home mortgage, is there a black bank you can go to for a mortgage? Man, you want to go to college, is there a black place you can go to for a student loan? How about to buy your car? So the other nations shall lend to thee. Read.
And thou shalt not lend to him.
How many white people are coming to black folks for loans? Is this starting to register of how our conditions are related in his Bible? Moses is letting us know why this would happen. Finish that out.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Give me verse 15. This is how you identify with being an Israelite, because the curses that are laid out in this Bible is your ID. Man, you got an ID in your pocket? You don't got one, Jerome. You got an ID in your pocket? You don't got to bring it out. But your ID, what's on your ID? It's got your name. It's got your birth date. It's got your age. It's got your picture. It's got where you live, right? It's got things that identify who Jerome is. Man, if you had your ID, it has things that identify who you are, right? What we're reading right now is your ID card.
Right.
This is how you claim back your nationality, because, as I mentioned to you before, there's no white Tamir Rices. There's no Asian Sandra Blands, meaning that the things that Moses is speaking to with the elders of Israel, can no other nation claim that that's happened to them.
Right.
That's how you know you're a descendant of the Israelites. Now, I'm going to let Moses tell you why the black man, Haitian man, and Indian man is at the bottom of society today. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
It's going to happen.
If thou wilt not hearken.
If thou, Jerome, man, the black man, if thou will not listen, read,
unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
if you not listening to God,
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So if you not listen to God and keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, what would happen? Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Right.
Jerome, you said you have a son, right? So before you whoop your son, and you would get a whooping if you're doing something bad, right? He doing something bad. Right. Before you whoop him, you would warn him, right? You're not just gonna whoop him out of nowhere, right?
Right.
Same thing, man. When you was little, right? You got warnings from your mom and your dad before you got whoopings, right? That's what God did with his prophets.
Right.
He warned us before he laid the smack down.
Talk about it.
Read that again, verse 15. So this is the warning that Moses is giving us from God as to why we would be oppressed. I want y'all to catch it. This is the answer as to why we're at the bottom of society. Why the other nations lend to us and we don't lend to them. Why they would be the head and we're the tail. This is the answer. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto
If thou, the Israelites, the elders that Moses is speaking to, if thou will not hearken, read,
unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So being God's chosen, you have an obligation. Our obligation to God is to keep his commandments.
That's right.
Moses is warning us the stipulation if we don't keep his commandments. Just like with your job, they got stipulations. You come to work on time, you do your job, you get a paycheck. You don't do your job, you don't get fired.
It's true.
So children, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, you lose your PlayStation. You lose your privileges.
Right.
Moses is letting us know the same thing from God. This is what comes, this is what's going to happen to you black, Hispanics, and Native Americans if you don't keep my commandments. Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
God said he's going to curse the Israelites. Give me verse 16. So what is it? What is a curse that God would do upon the Israelites? Read.
Oh, bring it up.
Curse shall thou be in the city.
So the Israelites will be cursed in the city. Man, what part of town are we in Minneapolis? We over north. Is this not considered the hood? Now, what goes down in the hood that we consider a curse?
Bring it out.
Say it on the mic.
I say.
Take your time.
I say, there's a lot of heads in the streets every day.
It's a lot of heads in the street. What that mean?
Like, everybody trying to get to me.
Everybody trying to get there. So it's the curse just said they will be cursed in the city. So the things that go down in the hood over North Minneapolis, you ain't gonna find that in Edina, right? You're not gonna find that in Eden Prairie, right? Where the white man lived good in the suburbs. Who gets shot down in every hood and ghetto across the world?
Wake them up.
Come on up.
Who has drugs imported into their community? Because last I checked, black folks don't manufacture weed.
No, bring it out,
On
man.
no mass scale to sell to each other.
Right.
Dope, crack, that got brought into our city. You just said, I forgot what you said about the heads or whatever, but we shoot each other down. We oppress each other.
Right.
That's right.
That only goes down in the hood. Read that right there again.
Curse shall thou be in the city.
Moses warned Israel that if we did not keep God's laws, we would be cursed in the city.
Right.
We would be cursed in the city. Who else lives in the hoods and the ghettos? What other race? Caucasians, not at a mass scale. Who live in the piss-infested, rat-infested apartments? You say Arabs. Not at a mass scale? Not at a mass scale. It's us.
Right.
Flint, Michigan still does not have water.
Come on up.
That's the problem. That's being cursed in the city. Read.
Curse shall thou be in the field.
Also, Israel will be cursed in the field. Who was picking cotton, Jerome? African Americans. But the Bible calls them Israel.
That's right.
Who is the last first fire on the work field, in the job field?
Bring it out.
Israel, absolutely.
That's right.
Our fathers, our mothers, we the last hire, first fire. We get the worst pay. We get the worst training and expected to produce at 100%. Israel will be cursed in the city. Israel will be cursed in the field. Give me verse 32. This is how you identify with being an Israelite. This is your ID card. The punishments that God said he would do to his people only pertain to us. Give me that right there.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Moses said that the Israelite sons and daughters will be given unto another people. So who came and got us on slave ships in Africa? Abraham. Oh my God, y'all brothers, oh my God. The white man came and picked us up.
Right.
Who was snatching our babies off the plantations and selling them across the sea? Selling them down in South Carolina or Georgia? The white man.
Come on,
It says, your sons and daughters shall be given unto another people. When our children go into the welfare system, into the child protective services, who is adopting our babies? White people. How many black people you see adopting white babies? None. This is how you know you're an Israelite. Another nation would get your babies. Read.
And thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand.
God said that he would take away our power. Give it in Isaiah 1. There would be no power to get our children back. Jerome, where's your black army? You don't have one. Man, how about you? Where's your black army? So when the white man does something wrong to you, let's say a white cop comes up, like you said, matter of fact, you said the white cop had assaulted you, right, man? So where did you go to for justice?
Bring it out.
My mom had taken to the hospital.
You said your mom took you to the hospital. No, I said, and I'm glad she did that, right, to take care of the wounds. Where did you go to get justice for the wrongdoing of getting accosted by the police?
We still have to get
Why?
because I guess
You said you ain't did it yet. Why?
because
Because you have no power, Jerome. I mean, man, you have no power.
Right.
Where is your power? The white man has a military. Asian man got a military. Arab man got a military. Where is your power to get justice when you get wrong done in this country? Give me that right there. 1 and 3.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox know of his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Isaiah is comparing the Israelites to two dumb animals. Any of y'all got dogs? But y'all know that if you see a stray dog or a stray cat in the neighborhood, 9 times out of 10, it knows where his house is at, right? It might be an alley cat, you know what I'm saying? Or a dog might have got out of his yard. But when it's hungry, he knows where his master's home is, right? To go get some food, right? That's the same thing Isaiah is saying with farm animals. They may go way out in the field, but when they're hungry, they want some water, they want some food, whatever the case may be, they know where their master is at, right? That's what Isaiah is comparing with Israel. Read this right here.
The ox know of his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel do not know.
But Israel don't know where their owner is. Israel don't know who our father is. We don't know where our power is. That's why I asked you, man, just a minute ago. Where is your power? White Becky know if she get upset with any of us, 911 is her power.
Right.
Where is your power? Read.
My people do not consider.
And you don't consider that you're an Israelite. That's the problem. And the reason why we know you don't consider you're an Israelite is because when I asked y'all when I first walked up, what is your purpose in life? You had nothing to do that pertains to this Bible. We fell away from who we are.
Right.
That's the problem.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.